Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, I'm going to be doing three different things. I'm going to be going over the recent patch update for Sunday night. There isn't much, but I'm going to go over it nonetheless. The second is I'm going to go into the Exchange Metal shop and purchase the next copy of the Buster Sword, therefore allowing us to take it to OB6 if you have been a day one player and making the Buster Sword do purchases from the shop each time. And then the last thing I'm going to do at the end of the video is I'm going to make a prediction for what I think may come for the half-year anniversary. All right, that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so let's go over the notices. The only thing that's actually new for tonight, I know normally we would get something more, is going to be the March campaign schedule. So I'm just going to quickly go through it. It looks like the rare drop rate for the Chocobo Expedition will be increased to 20% from March 3rd to March 10th. At March 10th, that is going to switch to a premium boost campaign, where the amount of rewards obtained in premium quests will increase by 30%. All right, I'm down for that. Looks like the Materia Boost campaign will kick in on the 17th. The great success rate of Materia Enhancement will increase by 20%. The amount of rewards obtained in Synthesis quests will increase by 20%. So for those of you that need to farm that, I would wait till the 17th of March and then get all your farming done. On the 24th of March, the great success rate of weapon enhancement will increase by 20%, and the amount of rewards obtained in weapon enhancement quests will increase by 30%. So some pretty good week periods here where we're going to get some enhancement to the rewards of different things, so just something to keep in mind. That being said, I think that's going to basically cover the news. In the data mine, I read that it is being suggested right now that the characters that are going to be on banner during the half-year anniversary are Glenn, Zack, Sephiroth, and Cloud. So I'm kind of interested to see what's going to turn up from this. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more towards the end of the video. For now, I just wanted to remind you guys, because there's not really any announcements for this when it happens in the game, that if you go to your Crisis Metal shop right now, there is a new copy of the Buster Sword here. I'm going to pick that up, and this just so happens to be my 6th dupe. Wait, yeah, my 6th dupe. So let's go in here to weapons. Let's go down to the Buster Sword right here. I'm going to take it into the enhancement, and I'm going to take this bad boy to OB6. I know that this weapon, I wish this weapon was a little better than what it is, but at the end of the day, it's still the frickin' Buster Sword. It's amazing, one of my favorite swords of all time. From any video game, franchise, books as well, fantasy books, or even anime. It's definitely a classic sword. So it looks like we're finally going to get some decent damage out of this now. So it's going to go from dealing 480% physical non-elemental damage with a crit rate of 10% to dealing 620% physical non-elemental damage. Also crit rate of 10%, and it looks like also when matching sigils are destroyed, 1.5 times damage. So that's not going to change at all. We are getting almost 140% damage increase in the sword, so I'm super psyched on that. Plus, like, it's just nice to see it. Let's just go down here, and oh, just look at that. Now we finally get the purple background on the Buster Sword. I cannot wait to get this weapon level 10. So I just wanted to show this to you guys so that you would not forget to go into the store and buy it, because I do believe that they don't stay in the store indefinitely. They go in there for a certain period of time and then they can fall out or something like that. All right, that being said, guys, let's talk a little bit about the half-year anniversary for Ever Crisis. So like I said, I read in the data mine that it's suggested that the characters that might come out could be Cloud, Sephiroth, Glenn, and Zack. Now, I think for Glenn, the costume that it could be is there's some kind of there have been in the teaser trailers for Ever Crisis, there was a costume for Glenn where he's wearing this dark black cowl with a hood. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but it's a pretty interesting costume. Now, could that be coming out? Could that be a part of the next part of the story for First Soldier? I'm honestly not really sure. First Soldier is a story that's new to all of us in Ever Crisis, so where it's gonna go, I guess no one can say. Now, how it's gonna get there, I mean, I'm super keen to find out, but I do know that that costume for Glenn is pretty dang sick. I think that I can, let's go here and let's see if I can find it. So if I type in Glenn Ever Crisis Dark Costume, maybe we can find it here. Yeah, here it is right here. All right, so this is just one view of it. Right here. So you can see he's got the dark kind of hood right there. He's got the axe resting on his shoulder. This is another one. So it kind of looks more like a raincoat, honestly, now that I'm getting a closer look at it. But either way, I think that this is a decent chance for Glenn. However, I think that the biggest chance that we could have of getting something is going to be this right here. Now, I know what you're saying. We already have this weapon in the game, right? We have this weapon for Cloud, but we do not have this sword yet for Zack. And I think that with the release of Rebirth, with the fact that Zack has been a playable character in Rebirth, my apologies, spoilers if you guys did not know that, it's literally the first thing in the game. But I feel like there is a very good opportunity or chance right here to actually release the Buster Sword for Zack. Now that begs the question, which costume would it come with, right? Because we already have his Soldier First Class costume. Now it could come with the Soldier First Class costume, but with the hair from when he was younger, right? That would be interesting. Or it could come with like his second class soldier uniform. Either way, I'm super curious to see the Buster Sword. I think if they did release it, it would be a lot better than the one that's currently out for Cloud, which would make it super freaking sick. And what I'm hoping for, what I'm personally hoping for, is a physical non-elemental damage Arcanum costume for Zack. Kind of like Tifa's Cowgirl costume, except one for Zack. Considering I pulled for the Ceremonial Sword Z, and that is a fantastic, super strong non-elemental damage weapon, I feel like he needs some type of Arcanum non-elemental physical costume to kind of pair with that, or it could be really cool to have. So to have that come out with the Buster Sword, I feel like would be super awesome. As for Sephiroth and Cloud, I'm just not really sure. I feel like that's totally up in the air. I had thoughts for what it could be for Rebirth. I guess maybe those costume ideas could still come to fruition, like that blue scarf Cloud costume, and then maybe, just maybe, Sephiroth in his adult normal costume, which would be absolutely awesome. So other than that, those are just my thoughts going forward into this. But I'm curious what you guys have to think. Do you guys have predictions for what you think might come out in the half-year anniversary? How many crystals you guys have currently saved up? I'm at 52K. Oh, and one last thing before the video goes out. The new season pass has dropped. As you can see, I already purchased it. I purchased it each month for $13.99. I think that out of all the bundles in the game that are worth it, the season pass is by far and large the best. You get up to blue crystal times 6,000. You get a weapon voucher right here, which is a free weapon of your choice that's been released. These are probably the most valuable items in the game, in my opinion. So if you guys are free to play, you can ignore this except for the regular normal hunt version of it. But if you are a minnow, a dolphin, or even a whale, if you guys haven't purchased this yet, I think the season pass is a solid choice basically for anyone who's spending on the game. All right, that being said, I'm going to bring this video to an end. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, sub to the channel. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, and peace.